Hey, this is Paul with Paul's Mobile Homes, and today I want to talk with you a little bit about frozen pipes and why should I talk to you about frozen pipes. Here's the reason. Mobile homes are put on a site or a pad, different circumstances in different states and counties, but basically they're put on something on the ground, and coming up out of the ground will be a pipe to supply water to the mobile home. That pipe travels underneath the mobile home for whatever distance it does, and it's different with each one. It could be 4 feet, it could be 25 feet. But that pipe is subject to getting frozen. If it gets frozen, and if the water inside the pipe freezes and it stays frozen long enough, the ice, if it then becomes ice, expands and cracks the plastic pipes carrying the water into the home. So when it warms up, there's a big leak underneath the mobile home and you're gushing water out, and you have problems when that happens. And you lose your water, lose your hot water, and so forth, right? So you don't want that to happen. Now, there's three things that you can do, actually, to take care of that. And the first one is make sure you have skirting around your mobile home, because if you do, that's cutting off a lot of the cold that's supposed to, that would get underneath the home. 2, if you have heat cable put on the pipe. Now, heat cable, you buy it in big box stores. It's pretty easy to find. And you'll find that you have an outlet underneath the mobile home to plug in the heat cable. The heat cable warms up. And so when you've got it running the length of the pipe, it keeps that pipe warm. And if on top of that, you want to put some Insultube over that pipe and the heat cable, you can also do that. Insultube are these big, 4 foot long, usually, or 6 foot long, kind of rubbery sections of tubing that are, they have one slit down them, and you can just pry them apart and wrap them around a tube, and it's insulation for a pipe, and pretty inexpensive. So really is the heat cable. The biggest problem is people don't like, lifting up the skirting and going underneath the home, but it doesn't even take long. And it's really important because, it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars in plumbing and all that stuff if you let your pipes freeze and break. So rather than do that, now's a good time before it gets too cold. Make sure that your skirting is tight. There's not big holes all over your skirting. And if you need more skirting, there are mobile home parts stores everywhere that sell it. You just have to Google mobile home parts store and you'll find it. And if you're like way out there near no one, there is a mobilehomepartstore.com that will ship it to you. Skirting is pretty easy. You just cut it and one piece slides right into the other piece. So now you have a barrier. It also keeps little animals out from underneath your home. So you get the skirting tightened up. Then you get the heat tape or the heat cable on the pipe. And if you want to go one step further, buy whatever number of pieces of Insultube you need for your length of pipe. If it's 12 foot, you probably need 3 of them. And put that on there, and you'll be way ahead of it. Also, one more thing, last thing you can do. If it's really, really, really cold, you're going to have a number of days in a row where the temperature is going to stay below freezing. Just crack, the water, just a little tiny bit. Just let it run a little tiny bit from the faucet. And moving water is harder to freeze, so that's also another thing that can help you out. Okay, that's my big advice. Please don't let your pipes crack. This is Paul with Paul's Mobile Homes. Have a great day.